What's up, everyone? How is everyone doing today? It's beautiful Friday, March 15th. Market just opened. Bill, good morning to you. And we're off. We're off to the races. 100%. We're having a nice strong move to the downside in the last 30 minutes or so. We do have a news announcement coming in another 30 minutes to keep an eye out for. But right now, only looking for some short setups. Will we get filled right here? Second entry short to start the day? Potentially. And we got stopped out. What was that? What just happened? That was too fast. Too fast for my liking. I was going on autopilot right there. Will we get another chance to go short right here, though? Not quite. But essentially what I saw, made a new low. First, second entry short. It's what we like to see. Probably just had to, once again, respect short-term uptrend like that. But now we got this trend up, break, new high. If we get a lower high, that's what I want to see. Damn it! Why'd I have to do that? Will we get a lower high, though? I was going too fast there. I was going too fast. It was during my intro, but I saw a nice setup that we could potentially take. It was juicy. It looked nice, but it didn't treat me in a nice way. Honestly, this does not look like a bad short setup right here. This does not look bad. Okay, so we're short up here off a potential trend channel. We had this leg up break, and counting from this low, it's now a second entry short. Let's see if we can come back below that EMA. We need a couple more ticks here. So technically it's a 3-point risk, but if we're counting just one tick above this signal bar, it's a 2 and 3/4 point risk. So I'm gonna go for 4 3/4 points. So 4.75 points, and we got it. Okay, so we made our money back and then some. That's the trade I should have waited for. If we get a lower high, I'm gonna go short again. So first trade of the day. Definitely jump the gun. Always keep an eye out for these short-term trends. But beautiful price action. Trend up, break, 2 clear legs up, off the trend channel. Maybe we'll get a lower high and even go short one more time. We'll see. But as we notice, the trade went exactly to the tick where we needed to go. Then we have some hesitation going up. Now we might get a lower high. Might get a lower high here. I just don't like the fact that we closed right at that EMA. But to be honest, I do like the trade. I do like the trade again. Yeah, so could have went short again. I was just a little hesitant because we already took 2 trades. Might be getting too aggressive, but I mean this was the lower high we looked for. Only thing that was concerning me was that it closed right at the EMA. But still solid looking trade. Maybe we'll get a failed second entry long. So if we had taken this lower high, we would have entered 93.50, stop loss 96.25. So it would have also been a 2.75 point risk. So we would have needed to get down to about 88.75. So a little further down. Here's that failed second entry long that just printed. Will we go down from here? Will we go down? But let's see if my math is right. So entered in 93.50. 5 points below that is 88.50. So 88.75 is where we would have our potential take profit if we took this lower high. Let's see if it would have worked out. 88.75. But it looks very, very bearish right now. And yeah, so this lower high would have worked out as well. So who knows? Maybe if I had skipped this first trade to start the day, would have pulled the trigger here and would have been up a lot more money, a lot more potential money, man. So yeah, I mean, lower high, beautiful trade looking back. I should have pulled the trigger here again. Would have been 3 trades in the first 5 minutes of the day, but I mean, as we see now, we're just working lower. We're going lower in a big way. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this new method where we're going for more of a reward as opposed to just 1 point. That way, the win rate doesn't have to be nearly as high, and we can still be profitable. Really just, I mean, even 50% win rate, I'm still profitable with this, but ideally I'd have about a 60% win rate. So we're gonna see how far this market wants to go. But we basically took out the low that we made yesterday. The next significant low I see would be the low of March 12th, about 51.76. Got about 10 more points to get to there. And also another thing I noticed why I shouldn't have taken this trade, I have to look back to see exactly what happened, but basically what I have found from my own back testing is that so let's take a look. So my entry point is always 1 tick behind the close of the signal bar. So that is 5190.25. So what I've found is that if I don't get filled, I usually never want to enter a trade after a trade has moved 6 ticks in a certain direction. So 6 ticks from 5190.25 brought us exactly to 5188.75. So I have to look back to see if that scalp was made before I got entered. I believe it was. I think it went down and then I tried to sneak in and got stopped out. But whenever a trade goes 6 ticks in one direction, so 1.5 points before I get filled, I always try to cancel those orders, simply because I've looked back on many, many months of data and trades that I took, and I've found that if I just skip those trades where it goes 6 ticks in one direction before I get filled, so 6 ticks from 1 tick behind the close of the signal bar, it's best that I just stay away from those trades. So we're constantly learning, constantly improving, even though I have certain rules, and every trader has certain rules. As soon as you implement a new one, it takes some time to adjust and really tell your brain to not to not do it over and over again. It takes a lot of training. But maybe I gotta just smack myself in the face every time I do something that I shouldn't. Who knows? Maybe that's what I need to do. Okay, and now we're having a push up, leg up here. And I really wish I took this lower high. Once again, let's draw our short-term trend. And it's really the first significant break of the wider term channel we got. Let's see. Let's draw this little channel like so. Depending on how you have this one. Actually, we're going to leave it. Depending on how you have this drawn, we didn't quite make a new low. But there's also potential that maybe... Nah, that looks like the correct channel to me, honestly. But I gotta stop ignoring these short-term trends. Those short-term trend lines do help in a big, big way. And I really... That was a bad trade right here, because I made the same exact mistake yesterday. Where did I make that mistake? Right here, we had a super, super strong downtrend. We had a leg up. And technically, we made a second entry, new low, first, second entry right there with this bearish signal bar, because we went up, broke below, then broke above the bar, came back. The only thing we didn't have was the new high, new high of this trend channel. That's what I should have waited for. This was the short, or even this lower high right there. Same exact thing happened now to start off the day, and I didn't learn from my mistake. So we had short-term trend up, first, second entry short, should have waited for the break and new high. This didn't close below the EMA, so we're skipping it. Here, we got room to the EMA, so I like those trades, honestly. At the time, it was perfectly off the trend channel. And then this was the lower high. Could have pulled the trigger on once again. But we're still in profit, so it's not that big of a deal. With no fear. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you today? Alright, we're trying to take out these lows. We're trying to take out 51.86. And we're moving quickly. We're moving quickly today. I like it. I like it. At the start of the day, I was moving too quick. Oh, man. It's just that feeling you have where you know, like, you're so close to being that much better than you are, and then you just have, like, one mistake. Honestly, I've been having too many mistakes. It's another factor that I've started live streaming as well, but I really need to limit myself to having 0 mistakes a day instead of 1 mistake a day, and the math, the profitability is completely different. Completamente diferente. And now, here we go. Here we're off. Finally made a new low of this initial thinner trend channel we got down. Had a slight break, getting a new low. Not a bad idea for an aggressive trader to start thinking about a long setup right here. Yep, so if you look, we do have a good amount of support right here. We had this leg down, a slight overshoot it looks like. I mean, if we even draw a channel here. Actually, I don't know. Looks like a solid channel. So let's see if we test the low one more time. But the one thing we did not get is a test at the high of this move up. So we had to break, push below the EMA, but no test at 51.95.75. But we'll see what we do here. Might come back, test the low again, might come back, test this area once again as well. But now we got about 14 minutes until some news coming out. What kind of news we have today? We have consumer sentiment news, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, a lot of support here. Potential that we're going to make a higher low here. Also potential that we're going to trap a lot of longs and take out the stop all the way down 51.81.75. Let's look at the daily chart as well. So we've had a couple higher lows on the daily. So really the significant low, if we were to come all the way down to about 51.55 and take out the low of March 11th, that would definitely take out a lot of stops. And then ultimately, I mean, we got a couple more lower highs here, or higher lows, but 51.24, another potential target. We have about 55 points to go there, but and let's zoom out, see what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is one significant low. 51.57, call it, and then down here, March 5th, 51.27. Okay, so we made a higher low, but I'm not thinking about going long until we have a real strong push above the EMA, because here we had that push, but then we just went straight back down. Let's see if we make a new low of the day. Let's see. But now we have this downtrend break. An almost test at the new low. Not quite though. We might just be sideways for the next 10-12 minutes or so until the consumer sentiment news. Okay, we're getting a little stacked sideways. Because, yeah, we got those conflicting patterns. Overall wide channel, we already got the break and new low, but we're still pushing. So, there we go. Maybe there's some wider trend at play that we just formed. So, sort of a spike in channel, we'll see. Is it possible? It's just these wide channels are never, I shouldn't say never, but not usually too accurate. But it's possible we're just maybe getting into a sort of channel like this after a steeper one leading into the market open. But if we do have two failed attempts to go lower, so second entry short, failure above the EMA, I'd consider long. I'd definitely consider a long setup because, I mean, at this point, I mean, yes, we're going lower, but also looks like we're just forming a little range like that. But we'll see. We'll see what wins out. Does the range win out or does the downtrend win out? What do you guys think of that title for today? YouTube's best day trader. That's what I'm gonna call myself until I prove it live on the air. But first, you gotta believe it. So I believe it. I believe it. If you want to be the best trader, the first step is to think you're the best trader, and then work yourself to there. Or at least you got to think that you have the capability to be the best. You have to have a goal to be the best, I should say. So that's my goal. That's my goal. So I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna stand on it. I just gotta limit the mistakes. Limit the mistakes. I be still fake it till you make it. Nah, it's not fake. There's nothing fake about it. Real it until you make it. It ain't. There's nothing fake about it. You gotta, even if you are delusional, you gotta just tell your mind that it's the truth. There's no gray area. Either you believe it or you don't. If you believe it, 100%, you gotta tell yourself that that's fact. That's the truth. There's no other option. Otherwise, if you have any gray area in your mind and you don't believe it, then it's probably not going to happen. But that's just step one. The actual work and implementing the steps you need in order to make that happen come on the chart. So I got to stop taking these dumb trades. This one clearly trend up. The rules that I need to follow the most is one, honestly, this is probably the number one rule that I make the most, or I break the most, is that I don't respect these short-term trends. So that's why I always talk about it. Because by talking about it, I know that eventually it'll get so hardwired in my brain that I'll stop doing it. But whenever you have a short-term trend leading up to a trade, no matter how good the trade looks, just respect that short-term trend because it's there for a reason. It exists for a reason. Yes, this channel is basically, it takes precedence over this little thin channel, but the best trades don't have any channel in play leading up to it. So like a second entry short, like up here, you have space to the EMA. This to me is the accurate channel. This one, there's going to be some traders who, yeah, even maybe have a wider channel like this, but to me, what's accurate, how I read the price actions, several bars, several bullish bars up to the EMA, slight break because a lot of people got trapped where I did, and then 2 legs up to a new high. Nice bearish bar. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Should have pulled the trigger here as well. All right, and look, once again, we made a second entry short, but I was pausing on the short setups for now just because it looks like we might have a range and might try to work higher. Really, I want to see a failed second entry short, but because we're still below that EMA, it's a little tough to know what is going on. So this technically is a second entry short. if we do push above that EMA, it'll be a trap. It'll be a failure of that second entry short. So you took this long. Not a bad setup. I would have liked to see it close above the EMA though. But we definitely got some volatility today. Definitely got some volatility, baby. We got 4 minutes until the news as well. And now it looks like we're going to double trap. So first, second entry short, failure, double trap. But I'm going to stay out just because we're so close to the news. 3-4 minutes till the news. I'm not too keen on taking a trade right now. Especially because looks like we're just very, very congested right here. Three minutes, consumer sentiment news. Yeah, we got traps forming all over the place here. We got traps on traps on traps. Okay, if we break one more tick lower, so we get down to 81.25, a lot of longs will be trapped. We need to go one more tick down. One more tick down. We'll take out some stops here. Unless that long setup down here below the EMA prevails, but I don't know if it will. I don't know if it will. We'll see. All right, and then news almost here. 1 minute to go. All right, we just broke below this higher low we made. Actually, technically it's not even a higher low, but just a low. All right, how much longer do we got? 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Do we do a countdown? 10, 8, 5, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? So looking back, if you took this double trap right here, first, second entry short, failure, double trap, would have worked out for about 5 points, considering it would have been a 3-point risk. So if I had taken it, for example, I would have gone for 5 points, so would have entered 51.84, would have been taken out at 51.79. But the bars were so stacked, I didn't want to take that. But now we have the failed breakout of the bottom side of this little mini range. Let's see what the price action tells us. It might be telling us that we had a spike in channel like this. We'll see. We'll see if this is accurate at all. We got a touch here, touch. Maybe a third touch now. So yeah, that might be what we're having. Now let's see how we react to the bottom side. Do we have an overshoot or does it get respected? Looks like it's pretty accurate. Definitely getting some significant touches. 1, 2, 3 on the top side. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. So until we're proven otherwise, we're not going long. Yeah, so now looking back, wide channel down, break, push to new low. That push to new low basically looks to me like a spike and channel. And now, once again, let's draw our short-term trends. Short-term uptrend in play. Don't want to take any short setup until we have a break and a new high of that short-term uptrend. But we sit and we wait. We sit and we wait until we can decipher exactly what's happening. So we're getting to that EMA. We broke above the EMA. How do we react now? That is the question. And then did we break? So the low of March 12th, 51.76. Where did we get down to? I think to the tick we matched the low, 51.76.25. Yep, that's exactly where we bounced. So something to watch out for. Now we have this leg up. Break of it. Do we get a new high? Do we get a new high above 51.83? Navim. It is a 21-day EMA. 21-day EMA. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Is it your first time in the stream, Mr. Thotham? Your first time here? Let me know. All right, and we did break below 5176.25, so officially broke below on the daily this candle right here. So we broke below March 12th candle. Next one would be the low of March 11th, about 51.56. That's the next target. So let's see if we indeed keep going lower. And now we got to reconsider maybe the correct downtrend is like this, where we have a touch here, touch here, touch here, bang, bang, and we're going lower. Okay, well, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. We're live streaming every day now. We took a little break. I haven't uploaded a non-live stream video in a while. Maybe I gotta get back to that. I'm just so busy. I haven't had time to, but hey, we're here for the people. I'm here for you guys. We gotta just boost the viewer count in this live stream. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. But I'm just live streaming my journey. The ups, the downs, the sideways, everything. And we're here to stay. We're here to stay. Let's go. Yeah, I'm constantly just trying to adjust the channel to see what is most accurate. Maybe something like this. Something like that. Let's see. Once again, short-term trend up. Break. Do we test the high? We didn't quite test the high of this little mini short-term trend up. We just went straight down. But usually that just means we got a lot of sellers. But ideally, if I'm gonna take a short setup, I'd see one more push up to the top side of this trend channel, and then we could trap some longs. So here we go. Short-term trend up. First attempt to go short. First entry short. We have one more push up, and then a rejection candle down off of this trend channel. That's the trade I'm looking for. Naveen, where are you from? Where do you live? Let me know. Let me know where you from. Okay. Potential for a second entry short. We gotta close bearish here though. I don't know if we will. Maybe we will right here. But leg up, break, new high, potential for a second entry short. It looks like we're having another push up. Maybe we're trying to get to the high of this short-term trend. We'll see. And there we go. So, yep. Price action prevails. Gotta respect those short-term trends. Always. But I'm still not convinced that we're done going down. We'll see what we do here. Let's draw a short-term trend once again. I don't know. Could be starting something like this, but I'm gonna just consider this new leg up as a trend in itself. So technically, here's a second entry short off of the previous range lows that we have. We'll see if it works out. We'll see. We'll see. Do we get a lower high as well? So yeah, once again, we got a couple conflicting things going on. We have a short-term trend up, but also we got a lot of resistance right at about 51.85. Okay, and potential that we're making a lower high here. Will we do it? Will we do it, or will we come back up, test 51.86.25? Ideally, if I'm looking for a short, I want to see us take out this high. So we might do it right here. We'll see. We had the slight break. Looks like we're trying to test that high. Will we do it is the question. Also possible that we got a wider channel up like this. Yeah, so we're working higher for now. Maybe we'll get back to the highs of this range as well. And I guarantee you, if we just double this range, that the low we have right now will become the midline. So what do I mean by that? The low of this range we had is 51.85.75. If I drag this down, where's the midline? Yeah, 51.85. So could just have two tiers going on with this range. We were in the top side, made it to the bottom, and now we're working back up. But I do like this channel down. We had the break, no test at the low yet. So now I'm definitely switching hats. If we do come back, test the EMA, have a nice pullback, second entry long, I'm looking to maybe ride a few points up. But we'll see how we react. Looks like we could be getting an overshoot, or we might just be starting an even wider uptrend right now. Maybe something like this. But we relax. We sit back and we meditate for a minute. So yeah, we took out all these previous lower highs we made. So at this point, a lot of traders are like, all right, you know what? Maybe we're not headed down anymore. Maybe it's time to work back up. Will we get a second entry long is the question, though. Will we get an opportunity to go long? Pull back to this EMA or to the bottom side of this trend. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so we got 3 bars. Looking nice and bearish. We break above this bar, so we need one more tick. That'll be a first entry long. Let's see if we'll do it though. Not quite. Not quite. Hidden first entry long, if that exists. All right, we're still trying to break above. There we go. Well, that's our first entry long. Ideally, I'd see another leg down and a second entry, second opportunity to go higher. But if we get rid of this range, what does it look like? Yeah, looks like I had a strong push down, break, another channel. Let's see if we put this to the side. We maybe, just maybe, have a wider channel at play. But this has so much space on the bottom and top side. So like down here, all blank. Same with the top. I don't particularly like using those channels. Okay, and here we go. Here we go. We're maybe getting a second entry long. So first entry long, maybe second entry long right here. The only thing is this an accurate trend down? I don't know. Doesn't really look like that. It looks to me like one leg down like this. Well, actually, now it looks like a concise leg down. So these are the trades where it's tough to pull the trigger on. I mean, everything follows our rules. First, second entry long. Just one slight factor here. Short-term downtrend that maybe needs a break in a new low. But here we go. So that's that second entry long. Now we're going. Maybe we'll get a higher low. We do get a higher low, confirming that second entry long. I'll take it. I'll take it all day. All right, we're getting some hesitation. Do we get a higher low? Do we get a higher low? Okay, potentially. Potentially we get one right here. We'll see. Or do we respect this downtrend, this mini little short-term downtrend, and come back and take out 84.75, 51.84.75? Okay, so we do have a higher low. It's a slight doji. I don't really like it. I'm gonna stay out. I'm gonna stay out. But it might just work out. And also, if we get rid of this uptrend, kind of looks like the accurate one is something like this, where we have an official break, an almost test at a new high. Okay, and here we had this downtrend break. Now we got the new low. Do we get a second entry long here, or does this lower high win out? For now, the lower high is gonna win out. So downtrend break, new low. Maybe we'll get a second entry long here. It's just such a big risk. I mean, this is the trade we wanted to take. This is that second entry long after a break and a new low of this short-term downtrend, but it's just 4.25 point risk. Too much. All right, and I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. I'm gonna just go use el baño. Un minuto. Un minuto. Un minuto. All right, we back. We back. And as expected, we're getting a little stacked just because we got a new high. The uptrend had the break, new high. We're essentially at the midline of the overall range we got. So we'll see what prices do here. Do we maybe have a wider range or wider uptrend like this? Maybe. We'll see. I mean, we got a few touches now on the bottom side, but I'm not too confident in it. It's technically, if you're counting from here, it's a first, second entry long. Now we got a higher low. Usually you want the higher low to form right after that second entry long. We'll see what prices do now, though. We're getting a little choppy, but I'm looking at this higher low as a potential trade. I want to see if it works out. I'm not gonna enter, but hypothetically, if I would have entered this trade, I want to see if it works out. It would be a 3-point risk, technically. But maybe we'll get a first, second entry long. We'll see. Maybe that's the trade we want to take. But technically, there it is. It's a first, second entry long, also a first, second entry short failure. The only thing is the bars are very stacked. It is another higher low off this trend channel, though. We'll see where we head. Where are we headed? All right, this might be the next higher low that we want to take, though. If this one closes bullish, all right, I'm gonna try to get in on this. So counting from this low, it's a first, second entry short, failure. Did we get trapped though? Did we get trapped? We got trapped. We got trapped. We got trapped, unfortunately. Man. That's why we avoid those stack bars. That's why we avoid them. But I'm gonna call it a day right there. Man. I want to see what ends up happening with this trade. But basically, should have just stuck to my guns. We had the move up, break. Now we're just really congested. We're really just stacked. So those bars enticed a lot of people just to get trapped, including myself. So we're gonna call it a day right there. We'll be back on Monday. Peace out, guys. One other announcement. Apex 80% off is live. So if you want to take advantage of the discount, link in the description, use my code. And we're going to peace out. All right, guys. Have a good weekend.